Welcome back to another episode of the Ark Survival Guide. So today we are going to be exploring the Redwood Forests. This is one of the most dangerous places on the entire Ragnarok map. It looks beautiful, it's a lush forest, but it is full of incredibly dangerous animals. And we are going to try to walk all the way across this area to these big rivers down here where there's lots of beavers that live, and we're going to try to tame some beavers. But this will be the perfect proving ground for our Paracer tank to see just how strong it really is. So welcome back. We are here at the bottom of the Redwood Forests. We just entered on the last episode, just right along the coast here. And today we're going to be climbing up this whole mountain to try to get to the top of the Redwood Forest. This place is incredibly dangerous, and but if you missed the last couple episodes, we have a Paracer right here. That's why our base is actually walking, just like the castle on Howl's Moving Castle. But we basically built an entire stone fortress on top of a Paracer and all the way around him, so he is completely enclosed in stone right now. And as you can see, we've got some turrets on top, which are shooting down everything you can see. And we've got two more Plant Species X turrets that are still in the process of growing. So we're about to double our firepower as soon as those finish maturing. It just takes a really long time for them to mature. You can't really see it from here, but I have a Pteranodon inside this fortress. We built a little shelf. You can see her name right there. We built a little shelf that will keep her high up off the ground inside the stone, so she's almost on the ceiling of this fortress here. And it seems to be keeping her just above the terrain. We're trying to... Oh, looks like we are shooting down a moose. Hey moose, how's it going? Yeah, made pretty quick work of that guy. So one of the great things about these turrets is they are saving us ridiculous amounts of ammunition. I actually kind of would like a Dimorphodon, but it looks like those are both dead. Oh well. That's the trouble with these turrets, is you cannot tell them what to shoot. They just shoot down everything in sight. But that's a good thing in the Redwoods, because you never know what's out here. There are Thycoleos, which will sit on top of trees, about halfway up a tree. You can't even see them until they pounce right down on top of you. So that'll be really helpful having these turrets watching our back, because they just automatically target anything around, whether you can see it or not. So wow, that guy's got a pretty good rack of antlers on him, man. And we're getting some pelt, which is really helpful. That's going to allow us to make some fur gauntlets and leggings and all that good stuff, which will protect us from the cold, because it is pretty cold up here. I've put a few points of fortitude into my stats, but it's still not enough to keep me warm when it gets cold up here, because this is a pretty cold area. We're actually right next to the snow biome. So I've got a couple pieces of fur armor on, but we're going to need to add a lot more to it. So I can't quite see what they're shooting at here. My biggest worry with this big tank is it has a little bit of clearance. So it looks like our Pteranodon is partially sticking through the wall there. That's not good. I'm worried that she'll fall out the back, because if she does, she'll be vulnerable to anything that might pounce on her. She does not have a lot of health. We've had her for a really long time, and she's stayed alive the whole time, but it's because hardly anything ever actually hits her. Uh-oh. Looks like she is falling out. That's the trouble with climbing a mountain, is the sides of the mountain can sometimes get higher than the walls of this tank. So let's see if I can get her back inside safely. This is going to be the most annoying thing about this Pteranodon. I really wanted to have her here so that I could scout around when I need to, because it's really hard to see where you're going. Speaking of hard to see where you're going, oh my gosh, can't even tell what's happening here with all these trees. So let's see if I can push her up here just next to that wall. I think that'll work. My main priority here is to keep that Pteranodon alive, so I think the Paracer is going to be pretty safe. He's got a lot of health, he's pretty tough, and he does have an entire stone fortress built all the way around him, so I should be able to survive even a T-Rex attack. And these turrets will be able to keep stuff, they actually slow things down as they shoot them, so they should be able to keep stuff far enough away that I don't even really have any damage. But the danger and the weakness is, even though I tried really hard, I could not cover her feet completely. Is that a Dimorphodon? I think it is. Let's see if I can spot this guy. I would eventually like to have a pet Dimorphodon. They're pretty cool. Oh, yep, that is a Dimorphodon and a female. Nice. Although it is flying now. The best way to catch these is to bola them to the ground, and then after that they're pretty easy. They're a lot like a Pteranodon, but I don't think I'll be able to hit them out of the air. They are just way too small. So yeah, looks like she's flying away. Never mind. We'll eventually tame a Dimorphodon, but this is probably not the place to do it. It's, oh, yep, she's down. Sorry, I would have been your friend if you let me, but, you know, what can you do? So I'm going to try to kind of get in and get a beaver and then get back out, because this is a pretty dangerous place. And there's just all kinds of stuff that will just destroy you out here. Another thing I'm worried about, oh look at that, that's a cool little cave with a waterfall coming out of it. And there's some terror birds down there. I was just about to say, one thing I'm worried about is terror birds, because those things are, they're pretty vicious. They're like little mini raptors, and they travel in packs just like raptors. They can do a lot of damage to you, but they're really fast, and the worst part is they're small. They could probably get up underneath my base and then cause all kinds of problems. So as long as my base is standing still, stuff cannot pass through the walls of it. So it's pretty safe. You know, nothing can really get through the sides as long as it's taller than I am. But anything that's super small and super short might actually be able to get under there. So I just skipped ahead for a second. I want to take my Pteranodon out for a scouting mission, but it was really hard to get her out of there. She got stuck between the Paracer's legs, and I had to move him around for a while. It was just super awkward. You don't need to see that. So I'm going to do a quick scouting trip now that we are up on top of this mountain, and I want to make sure we're headed in the right direction first of all, because it's kind of hard to tell out here, and my map is not working. I don't know what the problem is, but it's just glitching out like crazy. So right there where we were, there's a little river coming out of the ground there. It's a pretty cool cave. I flew through there on my video of the tour of the Ragnarok map. And if you want to build a base in the Redwoods, that's actually a pretty cool spot. There's a cave that goes from this point there all the way to the other spot, and you can build a pretty nice base in there. But where we're headed is those rivers down towards the end. That's where the beavers actually are. And so now I know what direction to head in. But yeah, you can see the lighthouse way off in the distance, and down at the base of the lighthouse is where our raft is. So that'll kind of give you an idea of how far we've come already. But, you know, rather than getting killed by everything, which we normally would out here, you don't usually want to even go into the Redwoods until you're a much higher level. But we've been doing pretty well with this base. So we'll go ahead and land, get back in the base, and we will wrap up the episode. But tune in next time, and we'll head closer to the beavers and see if we can find one to tame. So thanks for watching. Thanks so much for watching our video from the Ark Survival Guide. This is an amazing game, and it's sometimes really hard to learn how to survive, but we are dedicated to teaching you how to not just survive, but how to thrive and have lots of fun on this amazing game. So we have a series for just a Let's Play, so you can watch how we've conquered this vast open world. And we also have a guide series with specific guides on how to do certain things that are a little bit more confusing or difficult on this game. So be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We are constantly creating new videos for you to enjoy. So you can travel through your journey on Ark with us and learn how to do everything you need to know to survive in this game. So thanks for watching, and we will continue to bring you great content that is suitable for the entire family, except maybe the occasional dinosaur poop. What can you do? This is Ark. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon on the next video.